Chapter 3 The Pocket Dimension. I continued running until I could no longer see whoever was chasing me. When I couldn't see them chasing me anymore, I sat down on the floor to rest. Suddenly, I heard a loud, gurgling sound. I quickly stood up and peeked around the corner, but no one was there. I thought it might have been the one chasing me, although I'm pretty sure I lost them by now. The gurgling sound got louder, and it was coming from behind me. I turned around and saw a black, tar-like substance growing on the wall. This must be an SCP, I said to myself, as I was staring at the substance on the wall. It didn't seem dangerous, so I stepped closer to get a better look. When I got closer, something started emerging from the substance. I jumped back in fear and stood still for a few moments. Suddenly, something came out of the substance and fell on the floor. It looked like a person, but with dark skin and black gunk dripping from their body. "Are you hurt?" I asked in a nervous voice. They began laughing, but it didn't sound human. Their laugh was very deep and raspy. It gave me chills. They finally stood up and started walking towards me. I was so scared I jumped back and fell on the floor. I tried scooting away, but they just kept getting closer to me. I got up and backed away from them. I backed up into a corner and panicked. I didn't know what to do. There was nowhere to run, and they were already too close to me. "Stay back!" I yelled, as they were getting closer. My heart was pounding, and I was paralyzed from fear. They stood in front of me and grabbed my arm. Within seconds, I started feeling very weak and my vision was getting blurry. I fell down and blacked out. When I woke up, it was cold and dark. I couldn't see anything. I thought to myself, am I dead? I stayed quiet and heard my heart beating. I wasn't dead. I felt so relieved. Eventually, my eyes adjusted to the darkness. I got up and looked around. I was in a room with 8 hallways that all looked exactly the same. I looked down each hallway to see if there was any sort of light. All I could see was darkness. I didn't know which way to go, so I just walked down a random hallway. As I was walking, the hallway was warping around me. I couldn't tell if this was real or if I was hallucinating. All that mattered is that I escaped from whatever this place was. I walked further and further until suddenly there was a flash of light. The light blinded me for a few seconds, and when I could see again, I saw that I was in a room filled with power generators. I was more glad to be here instead of that other place I was in.